Hi everyone, Aiden here with Etrailer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Hollywood Rack's Destination e-bike rack here on our 2019 GMC Acadia. Now this has quickly become one of my personal favorite e-bike racks, and it's a pretty special one too, and we'll get to some of that in a bit. But it's going to be holding the bike primarily in these trays with these 3 wheel straps and upright with this clamp right here. Clamp tightens down easily with this lockable hand knob and keeps the bike really secure in the rack. Now it is going to have a 70-pound capacity per bike, so it's going to be good for even some of those heavier e-bikes. Just watch out for any sort of carbon frame bikes because of the way it does attach. We're not going to want to put any pressure on that carbon frame. But it is going to tilt away with the bikes loaded, and this is the thing that really I enjoy quite a bit. So we just have this hand knob right here that will loosen up a bit, push out of the way, and then I can do this with one hand pretty easily. Just push it away from the vehicle and it'll stop right there. Really, really easy to tilt away. That's something to consider when you are carrying e-bikes, is a fully loaded bike rack can weigh up to 140 pounds in some cases. It's a lot of weight, and with the typical tilting method, having to crouch down with all of that weight kind of coming down on top of you, it can be a lot. So this just puts you in a much better position where the weight isn't coming down on top of you, and it's really easy to do because of the way it pivots. And I like that a lot. If I have a fully loaded bike rack with 2 e-bikes, I want to feel safe while I'm tilting it, both for my safety and just for my bikes. Now, one other thing that's really nice about this rack is the included ramp. It doesn't store on the rack, so you will have to store it in the back of your car or something like that, but it's there when you need it. So all you got to do is just undo that knob to extend it, and then it'll notch in by the back tire of your bike. So for our case right now, we're really close to this wall, so I can't put it on this side and actually wheel it down, but that is there if you need it. Just park accordingly so you have access. Now to get the bike unloaded here, I'll undo the wheel straps all first, just by pushing in the button and undoing the ratcheting strap. And then from here, you can grab the bike and undo this clamp with that hand knob we were talking about earlier. And then once it's loose enough, I can just push it up and out of the way, just like that. And then at this point, we would either wheel it down, kind of like we could right here. It's a really nice wide ramp, which I really like. You can see how well the tire fits in there. I don't feel like I'm having to fight to keep the bike on the ramp. So I really like to see that. Then once you're done, of course, you can just store the ramp up, tighten that down, throw it in the back, wherever you want to keep it. I'm just going to set it to the side for now. And then we can go ahead and just replace these straps so they're not loose and hanging around. Just so everything's nice and neat. And then for the clamp, you do have this included hook and loop strap, so we can just strap that into the side right here. And this is going to just keep it from moving back and forth as much. With it like this, let's get some measurements. We're going to start off with our ground clearance. We do have a bit of rise in the shank, but the bike rack design here is kind of U-shaped, so at the lowest point, we're going to have 21 inches of ground clearance. That's still going to be really good. I don't think we'll have to worry with any steep driveways or hills in this rack on your Acadia. Now for the distance added to the back of the vehicle, we are looking at adding from that outermost point of the bumper there, about 29.5 inches to this back end here. Not too bad, but just be conscious of that added distance. We can fold the rack upright when the bikes aren't loaded though. What I'm going to do is just come to these rubber safety straps right here, undo those, and that will allow us to open up these levers. Then we can fold down that mast, re-engage the levers, and throw those rubber safety straps just to keep those from opening accidentally. Once that's been done, we can come to this pin and clip right here and fold the whole rack upright. Once that's back in, we can put this back in. Now normally this would be attached to the rack, but just from being down in the shop here for so long, ours has come detached. There we go. And now that will cut down the distance added quite a bit. From that same point on the bumper, we're only adding about 13 inches to the outermost point. So that's pretty good. It's going to save you a lot of space. Down here we can see we have an integrated anti-rattle device. It's going to keep things nice and tight in the hitch. And we have a locking hitch pin included with it. So everything's going to be locked up. That is key to those hand knobs up top. And that anti-rattle is going to keep things secure. Now overall, the Destination e-bike rack, like I said, it's quickly become one of my favorites. That tilting is really solid. The ramp is really nice. One of my only complaints is that the ramp isn't interchangeable on either side, but that is something you can just kind of plan for when you're parking. But overall, it's going to be a great fit for your Acadia. Thanks for watching.